Hello, I'm Ivy Slippin. Welcome back to the 1.12.2 pack Hardcore. Last time we did a fair bit of building. We transformed this end of the island and built this machine workshop for all our future machinery. So this episode, there's two main things that I would like to do. First of all is I would like to clear this dungeon so I can get rid of it. And second of all, I would like to build ourselves a basic ME system for storage. Before we get into the dungeon though, I would like to make a backpack so I can collect all the loot without coming back and forth. To do so, we're going to need a lot of leather and wooden frames which require a lot of string. We don't have any string, however, we can make string by crushing wool into 4 string. Before we do that, I would like to make a secondary farm for some sheep. So we're going to need a way for sheep to get up here. Hopefully that should do the trick. Let's see if we can get one more. I have expanded the wheat farm, seeing as we're going to need a lot more wheat in order to breed these animals. So we're going to make an iron shield. Take some blocks, got plenty of torches, plenty of food. Let's do it, eh? Right, so the first floor, let's start on the left. Oh, that was close. Holy shit. I don't think we're ready for this, to be honest. That shit is just way too intense. Okay, so basically we managed to clear majority of the dungeon, but we only cleared a little bit of the bottom floor. Seemed too challenging for us at the moment, so we'll have to just save that for later. We did still get some pretty good stuff though. Yeah, this is all that we got. A lot of decent potions. I don't know if I'm ever going to use them, so but thought I'd grab them. But a lot of good enchanting books. A lot of spawners broken. And we also got some armor and tools with some pretty good enchants. More spawners. Right, so before we continue on, there's one thing we are going to need to do, and that is resources. We have no diamonds, pretty low on iron, not much gold, and we're going to need a lot more quartz and coal. So we're back from mining, managed to collect a lot of resources. This is everything we got. Should be plenty for the foreseeable future. Also got some sand while we were at it, and visited 2 meteors to pick up some skystone and these pressers. So before we move on to Applied Energistics, I would like to increase our power supply. So we're going to make a couple more wind generators and a couple more energy cubes. So naturally for that, we're going to need to make a bit more steel, enriched alloy, and steel casing. So we're going to upgrade these energy cubes to the advanced energy cube. They'll quadruple the energy storage. There we go. 1 wind generator. I want to make 2 more, I think. That's another one. And that is the 3rd and final wind generator. Make some universal cables. And if I'm not mistaken, we can upgrade them to advanced universal cables. That just allows them to carry more electricity. Now let's go like this. And then so we'll place these wind generators like this for now. Place this dirt back. We can bring the cables up like so, and energy cubes down like that. Output on the front. That's good. That's good. So now we have access to check how much power is in there from in here. And it's relatively clean looking. Right, so now we can make a start on Applied Energistics. So the first 2 things we're going to need is a charger and an inscriber. The inscriber is the more important one. Make that first. Just 2 sticky pistons, some iron, and a flux crystal. To make a flux crystal, there's no crafting recipe. It's an in-world crafting. So I just got to drop 1 charged Certus quartz plus 1 nether quartz and redstone dust into a puddle next to one another and wait for them to do their thing. Just go like this. And there we go. 20 flux crystals. We have some slime balls that we found in the dungeon, which we will be able to use to make the inscriber. And like so, the inscriber is made. Now we'll make a charger. Like so, we'll make a couple of them. Now these should just accept any power, I believe. RF should be good. So for now we will just go like this. These chargers are for charging Certus quartz. All you gotta do is just right click it and let it run its course. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna make is a energy acceptor. This is just gonna allow the ME system to take power. Just iron, flux crystal, quartz glass. Quartz glass is pretty easy, just quartz dust and glass. Just chuck some nether quartz in the crusher, and like so. There's our quartz glass, and there's our energy acceptor. Next we will make an ME drive. So we've got iron, we need ME glass cable, which is going to require quartz fiber and flux crystals. Quartz fiber is just glass, and quartz powder, as we're making now. Go like so. ME glass cable. Make a couple. Okay, so now, this is where it gets interesting. Engineering processes. This is made in the describer. It's going to take printed engineering circuit, redstone, and printed silicone. So to get these, engineering press and diamond. So I've come to realize that I do not have a silicone press. So we're going to have to go and find another meteor. I've already visited this one here. And this one here. I think we will have to go back up north and visit this one. If you haven't already found one, what you can do is you can make a meteorite compass, charge Certus quartz, and 4 iron, and that will point you in the direction of the closest meteor. And it's the wrong one. I've managed to spot another meteor over here somehow, so we're going to go check that one out. Hopefully it's got what we need. What the hell is that? Holy shit. Not even anything good. And not what we're looking for again. So seeing as we can't find what we're looking for in the meteors we've already found, we're going to make a compass and we're going to have to go exploring. I think I'm just going to head straight west. So we haven't really gone that way. Because otherwise the compass will just point to these other meteors which we've already been to. Yeah, so the compass has picked something up in that direction. And we have found it. And yes, it has what we are looking for. So now that we have what we need, we can make some printed silicon, and we can also make some printed engineering circuits. For now we just need 2 of each. Now we can combine them together with some redstone. That gives us an engineering processor. We need 1 more. And now we can make the ME drive. So next we need a terminal. It's going to require an illuminated panel, logic processor, and annihilation and formation core. So that's another logic processor and another logic processor. So the logic processor is printed logic circuit, which is just inscriber press with gold, and printed silicone. Now we can combine the logic circuits with printed silicone to get logic processors. So now for the annihilation core, the flux dust just comes from crushing a flux crystal. The formation core need Certus quartz. And the illumination panel Luckily we got some glowstone from that dungeon. And that is the ME terminal. Now I want to go one step further and turn it into a crafting terminal. So that's going to require a calculation processor, which is printed silicone, redstone, and printed calculation circuit, which is from pure Certus quartz crystal. We can make a pure Certus quartz crystal just by enriching Certus quartz. The calculation press and pure Certus quartz, silicone press and silicone. We can put them together. Now the terminal with the processor and crafting table gives us a crafting terminal. So we are going to set this up here like so. So the energy acceptor accepts the energy, and then essentially it works like a multi-block. These just need to be connected either block to block or with cables. So we can't actually make use of this yet. We need some ME drives. So we're going to make a couple 1K storages, maybe some 4Ks if we can afford it. So a 4K, it's the same recipe as a 1K, but it requires 4K storage components, which requires 3 1K storage components. So for now, we will just make some 1K storage components. Just Certus quartz, logic processors, and redstone. Okay, so I have made a whole lot of processors. Let's see how many storage cells we can afford. There's 11, and we're out of Certus quartz. We can make one more. Let's make a couple 4Ks. Yep, so we can make 4 4Ks. I would like to make a 16K, but at this point it's better to have like multiple storage cells rather than bigger ones. Okay, so we need more quartz glass. However, we don't have any nether quartz or quartz to crush into dust, but we do have quartz blocks that we found in the dungeon. They can't be crushed or enriched, but they can be put through the pulverizer. So we're going to make a pulverizer. We need a tin gear. That can give us a machine frame. We need a redstone reception coil. We need a piston. We need 2 copper gears. And 2 flint. Now we have the final quartz glass we need. Oh, we need iron, of course. It's always something. And there we have 4 4K storage cells. Chuck them in there like that. So the way these work is, so these can store just over 4,000 items each, and they can store 63 types of items. So for instance, gold is one type, iron is another type. And we can just start dumping our inventory. We can empty all of our chests. So if you look here, this is exactly why I didn't want to make bigger storage cells, and I wanted to have more quantity rather than quality. Because if you look, 3 of them already are maxed out on types. They're only about half full for total items, but types of items they're maxed out, and the 4th one is almost there as well. So we will need to upgrade this very shortly. And with that, that is the end of today's video. we managed to get a lot done, massively improving our storage system and clearing most of that dungeon out. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.